What's up, UFC fans? I'm covering the final Strikeforce event, and that's the end of Strikeforce. So I'm sorry I'm not saying Strikeforce fans here, but I'm saying how you doing, UFC fans. So all the guys from Strikeforce who Dana White likes and wants to sign are getting absorbed into UFC, and that's pretty good for UFC. It's going to make for some really interesting matchups, and it's about time we see another organization absorbed and get to see some new fighters who we know, and we want to see how they match up. Anyway, Gegard Mousasi, who's been one of the best in light heavyweight for a long time, is fighting Mike Kyle. And Gegard just came off that win against St. Preux, where he won a unanimous decision back at Melendez versus Masvidal in San Diego. Anyway, that was back in 2011, so that was about a year ago. He hasn't fought in a year. It's going to be about 13 months. And he did have a win in Dream, but he fought a pretty tough fight against Keith Jardine where he fought a draw. And we remember seeing him on the floor in that fight trying to stand up, and he looked bewildered. And I guess a lot of people thought he won that fight, but came up a majority draw. So that really backtracked him as far as being considered one of the pound-for-pound best. But Mousasi, he is one of the best. And although he lost to Muhammad Lawal, King Mo, and lost his title to King Mo, he's still considered one of the best in my book. The amount of wins he has goes back from 2006 to 2009. So in those 3 years, he just had so many wins that I really respect Gegard. Anyway, he's fighting Mike Kyle, who's got a ton of knockout power. He's got 12 knockouts, and he can really put you to sleep unexpectedly. A lot of the times, if you're betting, he's an underdog, and he winds up winning the fight. He can just put you to sleep. Anyway, he has a loss against Antonio Silva, who's fighting Alistair Overeem pretty soon, where he was knocked out. But I think he knocked him on the floor, and he almost knocked out Antonio in the first round. He just had a no contest to Rafael Cavalcante, and, you know, Mike Kyle has 8 losses. 1 to Fabricio Verdum, 1 to Antonio Silva, and he was knocked out by Antonio Silva, and he was submitted by Fabricio Verdum. He also has other losses back in 2008 to guys that are lesser known, Strikeforce fighters and WEC fighters, like Brian Olsen from WEC and Devin Cole. So, you know, he also lost to Justin Eilers, who's passed away, guys. That poor guy, Justin Eilers, what a great fighter he was. And he lost to Paul Buentello, so we could see that in the past, Mike Kyle wasn't able to beat the best of the best. I think that Mike Kyle has a good chance of knocking out Gegard, but Gegard is going to win the fights. The Netherlands fighter should win this fight. He's just better of a mixed martial artist. And he's probably going to submit Mike Kyle. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening.